Good evening, Speed Gaming, and welcome. Don't we have an event for you tonight? We have the Speed Gaming Live qualifiers for Super Metroid Item Randomizer, which should be pretty awesome. We do have a lot of runners in the qualifier tonight. I think I counted at least 20. So this is one of the bigger qualifiers, and it is the first qualifier of the weekend. So definitely get hyped for that. Looks like the on-stream runners are going to be Canadian Owl, Freya's Spirit, Aussie 101, and Maniacal, as you can see on there. Some excellent runners there. Well, all excellent runners. So we'll definitely get to see some excellent plays on stream, I'm sure. There are a lot of very good runners not on stream as well. I'm not going to call everyone out, but for example, we do have Kip running. Rosu, I see, is in there. The big man Zost, with all the world record runs, is also in here. So, there's quite a few excellent runners in here. And it does look like the race has been set off. So we'll get our first taste of this race in just a moment. I do want to shout out that I do have Cheaty Face, it looks like, on tracking, which I cannot thank him enough. Doing the commentary and the tracking is fairly tough for me, so much appreciated, Cheaty. I'm glad you could join me. And of course, now my windows aren't working, so I can't actually see chat at the moment. I'm sorry, chat. Try and correct here. Oh, wow. Firefox is angry. Well, we're off. And the first qualifier has begun. So as the racers start here and head down to the first items, this is just the first qualifying weekend of 2 weekends that players will need to go through to be seeded into the tournament. From my understanding, I think there's about 24 people that will be allowed into the Speed Gaming Live tournament that's going to be held. And these qualifiers are the way that we're going to decide who gets those spots. There's a little bit of math involved in how the scores will be calculated, but basically each runner will have to run at least 2 times, and they can run more, but the top 2 times are what counts, and those times are then normalized versus the other players in the seed, and given a number, and the top 24 winners, or top 24 scorers across those 2 runs will be able to enter the tournament. And so far, Morph Ball kind of always get that, but just a kind of crappy reserve tank in the ceiling. They do get some early power bombs, which is going to alleviate some fears of any kind of late power bomb seed, which can definitely be an issue. Now they are using a modified version of this Super Metroid Dash Randomizer, I believe pioneered by Kip and some others. But to my knowledge, the Dash Randomizer uses a lot of the same logic, just changes a few things about a few of the items. And we do see Canadian Al heading over on our famous meme route. I believe this is his bread and butter, so we'll see a few different things here on stream. Looks like he's taking it a little safe versus the large side hoppers. With no suits, he can definitely get destroyed by those. And so he's going to look ahead for a little while, but he's definitely going to miss a few items early on and then have to loop back around. And I am sorry, chat. I am still trying to get this sorted. So just bear with me. And so far, the items have not been anything really that important, especially with that early reserve tank. We've got not too much going on that. And my chat window is still broken. All right. And Canadian Al going for the wavegate glitch and gets it, so no problems there. Ho ho! So Canadian Al does get rewarded with charge beam early. Early charge beam knowledge, very important in this randomizer, especially since, from what I understand, and early high jump boots though at Terminator. Wow, this is turning out to be an interesting start. Al will not have those high jump boots for a little while the other runners will. Those high jump boots make that wavegate glitch a lot easier. So the other runners should have a easier time on that. And they definitely will also be rewarded with that charge beam if they're able to do the high jump wavegate glitch, which I'm sure all these runners on stream will, and most of the ones in the race. Do you see Al heading down to Edicoons? There's definitely a good amount of items over here to check. So, wow, and an early plasma beam. So this seed is not going to need any ammo already. Well, for Al and for most, I'm sure almost all of these runners, they're going to end up with charged plasma after just a few minutes, which is an awesome start. Doesn't look like Al's going to do the full check of Edicoons, but does get rewarded with an E-tank and some ammo there, so that's not bad. So, and already this seed has had quite a few supers, so they're going to have all of their... So they're going to have all the ammo that they really need. Most players are already sitting on 10, and we'll run into, I'm sure, another pack or two here shortly. Well, just have to see about doing what's over here. There we go. Sorry about that, chat. I do have a chat window open now. So, as you see, Aussie getting that wavegate glitch first try. Very easy with the high jump boots, and rewarded with charge beam. And Canadian Al almost back up to his high jump boots here. We'll see what he does. Normally, this meme route pushes you towards an early wreck ship, so we'll see if he just goes ahead and does that. And I don't think we've seen any new items yet on stream. Chidi circling back around to BT, while the others do, or I'm sorry, Canadian Al, while the others head back to where Al already went through. So we've actually seen pretty much most of what these runners are doing, and you see a lot of these runners not even bothering with some of the minor locations now, sitting at plenty of ammo to finish the game already. And with that plasma beam, probably not expecting to need much more. So one of the, I believe one of the changes, I lost my window fiddling with the chat, but I believe one of the changes to this version of the randomizer for the tournament is that suits can be in Brinstar. And possibly criteria. I gotta pull this window back up. I'm sorry, but basically, the suits can be earlier than they used to be. So that's what we're looking for here, but not finding it yet. We do have Aussie picked up a pack of bombs, which is going to be somewhat useful. With only 10 power bombs, that's going to make things a little bit safer. We've got Maniacal actually heading up Red Tower, while Aussie heads over to see what's in Kraid's lair, and we'll see what Freyas does in a moment. Al doing the very dangerous gauntlet check and getting grabbed. Looks like he's alright, but does need to be a little more careful here. And oh wow, hitting the reset on the gauntlet reserve tank. Already 2 reserve tanks in the pool. How terrible is that luck? So this race is already shaping to be super quick. So I don't know what we're gonna see next, but definitely make sure, especially for these on-stream runners, putting on a good show for you. So go ahead and follow all these runners. I know most of them are well, actually, all of them are active and excellent runners. Although Aussie having a little fun with Kraid, having that stand-up fun time, and Canadian Al having to go for that CWJ. So that's the continuous wall jump here on the moat, kind of a new route trick, and it's a little tough to nail this trick if you're not familiar with that. And very nice Kraid quick kill from Freyas. While Maniacal is, I didn't see if he saved, but my guess is there's going to be a hard reset. Yep, there it is. Canadian Al did get over the moat and does not have speed booster, so we'll have to take the ocean a little slow. Wow, and Aussie rewarded with screw attack. The seat is very heavy with the power items. You've got plasma, you've got screw attack. That's gonna shape up to make this a little bit safer. And we do have Al heading into Fantoon. Plasma beam is not Charge Plasma definitely is going to work on Fantoon, but I don't think it's going to be the fastest method. We'll see what he decides to go with. And another reserve tank on Aussie's screen. So 3 reserves, yeah. I'll just going for a missile kill on Fantoon. Going into round number 2. So we've seen 3 of the 4 reserve tanks already. And we actually have Maniacal heading over to the wreck ship as well. Now, I do believe... I need to pull this back up. I do believe with the new updates to... for the tournament logic of this Dash Randomizer, you can no longer get the item after bowling without speed booster. That's one of the things that the randomizer is kind of known for, that and the starter charge beam and such. But this version, I believe that's been taken out, so this is still a gamble. Now, a lot of times an early wreck ship can pay off, but we'll see here in a moment. And we do have 2 players down in Norfair doing the first couple of hell runs. So far, not really being rewarded with much. I mean, Grapple Beam is good if they continue to do hell runs into Lower Norfair, for example, but it's not going to be the most useful item. And we'll get a first look at the major item after Fantoon here on Owl's side in a second. And it's just another E-Tank. Oh, wow. And Aussie is hell running, well, and playing it very close, down to 31 health. So definitely going to have to take some refills here. The Grapple Beam actually might help with that. Thinks a little better of going into that room before collecting a little bit more health. And getting nothing, just really striking out. Now heading down to the Croc farm spot, or... Yeah, he's going to go farm at the spot here before Croc. Oh, no, just... taking that door to reload the enemies. Okay. And looks like Freya's over there is going to take an early look at X-Ray. Having the Grapple Beam, this definitely could pay off. I mean, if the Seed has a suit at X-Ray, they will be quite in the lead. I'm not sure there are many other items that would really help Freya's out, but there is Gravity Suit at X-Ray, so Freya's Spirit really making a calculated move right there and picking up that Gravity Suit. Now, this is the Dash Randomizer Gravity Suit, which is not the same as Vanilla. Man, I need to get the links up. I'm sorry. I keep saying that and then going back to the race here. But in any case, so the Dash Randomizer's Gravity Suit is a little bit different. I believe that the heat damage is only reduced by half. Let me pull up the tournament changes here. So the Gravity Suit provides 50% heat damage reduction. So Freya is going to have an easier time of hell runs, but they are not going to be free like if that was the vanilla Gravity. And then It also does provide 75% reduction to enemy attacks and 50% to environmental damage. So it is going to provide quite a lot of protection. Now, it does not provide the protection against the rainbow beam. I believe that's just like vanilla. So you do need more tanks or Varia still if you're in Freya's position here, because they have the tanks if they had Varia, but if you don't have Varia, you need like 3 more E-tanks, I think. Oh, and Aussie running into X-ray scope on one of the hell runs. That's no fun. We're going to get our look at the item that Al cannot pick up, I don't think. Eventually, as soon as he turns off high jump. And Maniacal now is hot on his tail, so if the wreck ship first route is going to pay off, those two are going to be very close together. Alright, sorry, I was adjusting some windows. What was it, Varia? At the speed booster blocked location? Oh, wow. So yeah, that is definitely going to be interesting, because these Canadian Owl and Maniacal know where Varia is, but can't get it. The other players don't know and may search longer for it. And then one of the features of this Dash Randomizer is the ability to do lower Norfair with this gravity suit. It's like doing reverse boss order, but not as bad. But you'd probably still want to pick up a few more tanks if you're gonna go that route. Definitely see everyone's favorite item, the spring ball over on Freya's side, is doing this dip into Meridia. You know, again, they're giving it a go at some of the more out of the way locations. At this point, we know it's not really going to pay off, especially because Al just found Speed Booster, and so did Maniacal, and this kind of saves the day for them. So they're going to be able to pick up that Varia suit and be in the driver's seat now. And if either of them decides to basically stop off at X-Ray on Red Tower, they're going to be in an excellent spot having both suits. So, but Freya's, though, I'm loving the dedication here. Hitting up Shaq Tool. If we have any Shaq Tool fans, shout it out. And yeah, we definitely saw some Croc as well while seeing Shaq Tool, even if just for a brief moment. So this race is shaping up to be excellent. I'm trying to think a little bit and see, you know, I feel like it's very possible that our two wreck ship first runners are not going to stop off at X-Ray now that they have Varia suit, and that could really cause them some trouble. Wow, finding Space Jump at Spring Ball, that's an interesting one. That definitely is going to make, I mean, Freya's basically has all the movement items except for Speed Booster. So it's going to make traversing a lot of areas a lot easier. I don't know, Freya's, though, blasting away Shaq Tool. I'm going to have to retract my previous statements. So this is shaping up to be quite interesting. Aussie really exploring down here in Norfair and kind of coming up blank. while everyone else finding suits. So if Aussie does hit up that X-ray room, I kind of wonder if he would just head straight back down, because he does have the E-tanks to do a reverse boss order style lower Norfair with the gravity suit. So I'm curious to see what Aussie does. We do see Maniacal heading into the X-ray room without grapple. So this is important. He needs to follow through with this, and he'll be in great shape. Getting some nice D-boost, and getting the final jump. So Maniacal here, going to be the first on-stream runner to fully suit up, and that is going to be huge. I mean, Charge Plasma already, having the full suits, Speed Booster, and High Jump. I mean, this is, I would say, as near as makes no difference. I mean, that's fully go mode, right? I mean, sorry, I haven't been doing as much randomizer lately with the 100% tournament, but I'm pretty sure Maniacal is in like a full go mode at this point. And he's the first one of our on-stream runners. And we do see Owl on the way down, stopping off at Kraid's lair, so not getting fully suited up yet. And Freya's back down in Norfair, which is interesting. So here goes Aussie into the X-ray area. This is what I want to see. I want to see if he goes straight back down, or if he does commit to this wreck ship play. Because the wreck ship early did have Speed Booster, which is going to definitely speed up the rest of this run, and that Various suit making Lower Norfair much easier. Alright. And Freya's doing those gravity suit hell runs, so you know, they're still not free in this method. You see, picking up the E-tank, though, getting the refill, so. Oh, looks like Maniacal still has Kraid's lair to do as well, so he's going to pop in there. And here comes Aussie, the moment of truth kind of decision time for him. Is he going to keep going up? And he's not. He's noping back down. And I like this. We're going to see definitely different Lower Norfairs now. We're going to see Aussie having a time of it with just basically one Crystal Flash worth of ammo. Now his ammo's all full right now, so that's good, but he's only going to have one Crystal Flash and a couple, you know, hopefully an E-tank or two down there. Oh, no, he's going to check out Meridia first. Okay. All right. Well, there are a few easy items to check, and, you know, he can go farther if he wants, so I guess that makes sense. Kraid quick kill from Maniacal, dispatches him pretty quickly there. And Freya's, having found nothing really, I think, in the hell runs, is going to now have to make a decision themselves if they're willing to do a low tank dive down into Norfair, or explore for that Various suit a little more. Oh, come on, you can go mode with 10 power bombs. Have you never seen the God Drop Centaurian? So one item that Phrase is going to have up on everyone else is going to be that screw attack, because, or I'm sorry, the space jump, not screw attack, because no one is going to go to Spring Ball after collecting all of this itemy goodness. But Canadian Owl gonna grab that grapple beam. That's interesting. I guess he's planning on maybe going back to X-ray at some point. I don't know. And we do see Aussie doing some of the same sandpit checks that Freya's already did. So does pick up our favorite item, Spring Ball, but not really what he wants at this point. Yeah, thanks. Another croc fight. Call it out, chat. Not really a fight in this mode with the charged plasma. Just kind of a croc walking. And this farm from Al, I think he's going straight down to Lower Norfair here without having found the gravity suit. So he may check a few more locations down there. So we'll probably see some of those items. But Maniacal, the first one into Lower Norfair here, and having to do a gravity jump because they did not do any kind of short charge. They don't have a space jump. I mean, this entrance will be definitely a lot easier for Freya's, but this gravity jump's not too bad eventually. Oh wow, Al, I forgot, is going to have to do the lava dive and gets it first try, actually faster than Maniacal did the gravity jump. So Al taking a little bit of a lead in Lower Norfair here. That was an excellent entrance from Al. A well-practiced lava dive. And I guess I was wrong. Aussie going all the way to space jump, searching for that Varia suit, just in the same way that Freyas did. Also, not finding what they're looking for. And we do see Al on that green gate glitch. I kind of hope he gets it because I really want to see what's over there. And yeah, he does pull it off. So Maniacal, just go-moding this is probably going to be the first on-stream runner to finish. But let's see what Al finds down here. And he runs into Spazer Beam and takes off his plasma. So that's a bust. Yeah, that's a real feels bad man kind of day. Alright, and this is what I'm looking for. It looks like we have Aussie heading back down. So we'll see Lower Norfair from him before Wreck Ship. And Freya's also making the same play. As I mentioned, Freya's having an easy entrance with just, Aussie will too, with that space jump. Al having a little bit of a hard time getting out of the screw attack location, but is back in it here. And Maniacal, the only one without Grapple Beam, so not really going to do any farming down here. Also, the only one who is in go mode, so doesn't need to. And Charge Wave Plasma, as near as makes no difference. Quick enough on Ridley that this isn't going to cause him any trouble. We do see Freya's also going for Screw Attack. I'm not sure, or not Screw Attack. The Screw Attack location. I'm not sure what the logic is on a suit being down there in this randomizer, but I thought that the way that nice. Owl finding Ice Beam. That's gonna speed things up a little bit towards the end, but not exactly what he's looking for. And Maniacal does have Ridley down. My understanding was, at least with early versions of the Dash Randomizer, oh wow, Maniacal not even checking the item, just going full go mode. That's a great choice, but I feel like an Ice Beam check was maybe warranted there. You do have, or even like X-Ray, could speed up the rest of his match. So there's a couple items that could definitely help. Statistically, there's not going to be anything there that can help him, but In any case, I believe the logic for the Dash Randomizer has the same suit logic. So even though you can do this lower Norfair section, I don't think there can be a suit down, or a various suit down here. But yeah, I guess as Freya's and Aussie probably still want to check a lot of locations, just in case for Speed Booster. Either way, it looks like Wreck Ship first was the play here, as long as you didn't forget about X-Ray. And early X-Ray without grapple being something you really wanted to do, and was perfectly on logic, which was definitely, I believe, E-Tanks and Various Suit is the logic for getting that early X-Ray. So Aussie does get Ice Beam, which gives him access to the rest of Meridia, and basically, I would say probably solidifies that Aussie is not going to pick up Various Suit or Speed Booster, since those were locked deep in the Wreck Ship. Freya's taking a safety save here. Definitely appreciate that. Al having a good Ridley fight and puts that Space Pelican away. And we're seeing some excellent, just all kinds of different strats. And this is all about, this is what the Dash Randomizer is all about. You can do it in so many different ways. So I'm really glad that we got to showcase, all the different methods here. I know that this is, supposed to be focused on qualifying for the SpeedGaming tournament, but this randomizer is really putting on a show here tonight, as well as these runners. So if you do want to check out, the Dash Randomizer, I believe there's a link from the tournament link, and definitely make sure to follow the runners as well. They are putting on quite the show here. Oh, and I cannot chat because I am not logged in Chrome. Wow, my computer is just really ruining this. All right. So we do have Aussie doing a little farm up here. This is the kind of standard, and Freya's. They're both doing the standard RBO farm. Aussie is gonna do a Crystal Flash first. Well, it looks like Freya's is continuing to farm up for health with full ammo. I think Aussie's way is going to be quicker. We do have Maniacal taking a huge lead in the on-stream runners. heading to Bot's Wound already. Having Charge Beam, no issues with soft locking here, and actually in this randomizer you do have the starter Charge Beam, I believe. So this randomizer doesn't have the same soft locked issues. Looks like Aussie tried to farm up a little bit. Not really sure that was the best choice, but he's good to go. The snake is down for Maniacal, and Canadian Owl is heading out as well. I guess Canadian Owl's in an interesting situation because he has all of the equipment that you need to do a suitless Meridia, and it is very not required. So if he ends up doing suitless Meridia, it could cost him basically the huge lead he had by going direct ship first, and really throw this match for him. So definitely, hope that he checks X-ray before heading in to do any kind of suitless Meridia nonsense. Suitless Meridia is going to be in logic in this randomizer. Not exactly sure all the details on that, but for this seed, not even a little bit. You do see the Maniacal's the first to hit the shrimp for the on-screen runners. While Freyas is finishing off that Pelican. And Maniacal having all of the gear to do all the kills except the grapple one, which is interesting. I'm having some issues with Goop. And actually, everyone else has X-Ray too, so they can do a much faster kill on the shrimp. Maniacal actually having kind of a slow time here. But should finish it off in, one more shot. There we go. Grav can be in the sand pit, I believe, D-Web. It's everything up to Bot Wound is, or that the E-tank after Bot Wound is logically can be a suit. So Al is checking a few more of the Norfair items, and Maniacal, who was on the similar route but made a slightly different choice, is just booking it out of Meridia, and will pretty much be on the way to Torian, I believe, despite his statue being the other way. Oh, Cheaty does it the way that I like. Okay. Got it. Good job, Cheaty. So Maniacal pretty much heading to the end of the game here. It used to be that people would light up the statue when they killed the bosses when they were tracking, and it didn't make any sense. Like, the statues go dark when the bosses are dead, so I much prefer it this way. Cheaty, the best tracker, follow him too. Alright, so Freyas does have Ice Beam now as well. Does have the option to just finish Meridia. Oh, and here it is. Cheaty is going to suitless Meridia. And I don't know how far he'll go, but this is a choice. And he has Spacer Beam actually from GT, which makes that entrance a lot easier. That Al is gonna actually have a little bit easier time freezing these fish and everything. So let's see if he can make this work. I'm trying to think of what items were even up here. I mean, if he's just gonna fully suitless Meridia, I mean, he's not gonna probably find much. Alright, and Aussie is going to do the clear of Meridia first. So not really going to pick up that various suit, but has plenty of tanks to finish the game. Freya's, I imagine, will do likewise. And Maniacal already heading down to Torian at 43 minutes. Just a super fast play here from Maniacal. And we do see some awesome suitless Meridia action from Canadian Owl. So what a race we have here. And not having Ice Beam, because Maniacal was in go mode, Maniacal's going to go all Power Bomb-y on these Metroids and lose a little bit of time. Ice Beam was probably close enough that would have saved time down in Lower North Fair, but Maniacal still has the lead on everyone else, so not really going to be much of a problem for him here today. And as fast as this, I mean, he's in here with the 44 right now. I gotta imagine that Maniacal might even be one of the first finishers of the night in the overall race, and secure himself a lot of points with this very good play. Al, on the other hand, doing more suitless Meridia, which is just losing him time, but beautiful. He is doing it very well. Already over to Bot Wound, and he's not going to see his suit there, so he's going to know that he missed it. I don't know if he's going to bother looking for it after, suitless Meridiaing this far, but we'll see. And Freya's actually in the same spot, hitting Bot Wound, while Al enters Bot Wound. Maniacal does have all the ingredients for Baby Skip, so we'll see how he is at it. Well, hopefully Aussie will just microwave some shrimp and be on his way. A few extra jumps from Maniacal, but no problem there with the Baby Skip. Aussie hits that microwave. He does not have the wave beam, so it takes a few extra pumps of the X-ray, but he makes it happen. Shortly followed by Freyas. The race between Aussie and Freyas is really close. Despite, they took the same route, despite Maniacal and Al having really separated here at this point. Maniacal using a lot of ammo. I guess not having the speed booster or spring ball Zeb Skip. Oh, that's an Ice Beam one too. Never mind. Yeah, the speed booster Zeb Skip, very difficult. So Maniacal just playing it safe and using those missiles. Yeah, Maniacal's way ahead because he made the wreck ship first gamble, and then he also checked out X-ray early on the way back down, and both of those were suits. We don't have the results from the other racers in quite yet, but I will give an update on where they stand once Maniacal finishes in what should be just a few minutes now. If anyone else is finished before him or anything like that. But no, I mean, I guess spoiler alert, but Maniacal is definitely ahead of Zost. I don't know if he's ahead of everyone, but we shall see. Yeah. Maniacal did not make the play. So we do have Maniacal starting the Mother Brain fight. Pumping one of those supers into the glass. Does need to be a little careful, but he gets that finished up with plenty of leftover missiles. And Owl is still suitless meridian all the way down to the shrimp, so we're going to see this fight with that amount of E-tanks. I would imagine he'll be alright, but you know, you never know. Pray for him and all of that. Oh, actually, he's going to go for true RBO strats, it looks like, and try and get the blue suit, so we'll see how that works. Maniacal already having Mother Brain 1 down. Aussie finally heading to the wreck ship. Not going to get any of the good items, just beat Fantoon and head off. Freya's the same, just a minute or so behind. And Owl's still going for this really dangerous setup to do the RBO strat, where you get your blue suit from Crystal Flash while Dragon is gooping you. And he is not low enough, and this is bad. If he gets hit... okay, he gets out before... Oh, but he gets hit by Dragon on the swoop, and his night is done. Oh. Oh, no, he did save. He did save, okay. He's got a safety save set up, but this is really eating into his clock here, turning into a long seed for him. Maniacal not having the E-tanks to do stand-up, just gets to relax and finish out this seed. Making excellent choices, so still having a sizable lead on everyone else on stream. Aussie has the Ghost down and is heading to Torian. And high-fiving with Freyas as they head in to beat Fantoon. And here goes Al again, getting prepped for this RBO strat. If he pulls it off, it's really very cool. I mean, when Dragon interrupts this Crystal Flash animation by grabbing him, then he gets a blue suit stored, despite not having, been doing a speed booster. Shine Spark or anything. There he goes. So he gets the blue suit, and he has X-ray, so he can finish this fight pretty quickly. Freyas has the Ghost down, Maniacal on the escape. Oh, and actually Al going for the quick grapple strat, but missed it, so gonna have to go for a slow grapple. Oh, actually he's gonna change his mind and do the X-ray. Yeah, a little safer there, because looked like he already took an early hit. Alright. And here comes Maniacal, the last Shine Spark up the shaft here. And this is going to be a very fast time for Maniacal. I dare say he might be the overall race winner. I mean, here he comes to the ship, and he does hit the ship with an official SRL time of 51 minutes and 36 seconds. GG to Maniacal, a super fast time. And Maniacal has finished in first place of this qualifier and gets the buku points from that. He has played an excellent race tonight. GG's Maniacal. Well done. And it looks like Cheaty's already on everything. Just as Maniacal finished up, Back for Justice has also finished in second place with a 52-16. So it was a really tight race between them and Maniacal. Just less than a minute separating them. Owl in the chat typing GG, knowing that he has made a mistake now. Knowing that Suitless Meridia could not be required for that fast a time, and but he does have to finish it out here, just in case. He does need to get 2 qualifier times on the board to qualify, and so we'll want to finish this one out for sure. Aussie having a little issue with the baby skip. Yeah, Freya's forgetting they have Ice Beam. We're going for grouping strats or both, but they are through the first Metroid room. A little sketchy, but moving on here. Aussie doing the refill things. And I'll still trying to get out of Meridia. Oof. All right. And we do have another finisher. So we have the third place time of Rosu finishing third, rounding out our podium with a 54-37. Good race from him. I definitely see him at a lot of top charts for Randomizer. So showing his skills here tonight.
Who's winning?
Sorry?
Who's winning?
Who's winning?
Yeah, who's winning?
On stream?
Sure.
Yeah. How's it going? Maniacal, right? Is that who's in here? Sorry, I didn't have Discord pulled up.
Oh, it's all good. How are you doing,
good.
Sire? I'm doing all right.
Hey, It was an excellent race. GG to you.
Randomizer, thank you.
Yeah, definitely. The randomizer gods shining on you.
Yeah, something about these dash seats. They route real sensibly. So I got pretty darn lucky. Did the extraneous gauntlet check, but otherwise pretty much cleaned it out.
Yeah,
as efficiently as reasonable.
Yeah, definitely. And you definitely made better choices than Owl, to be honest. He had you beat all the way to pretty much to Gravity Suit.
Okay, I thought he was ahead of Varia.
Yeah, all the way to Varia Suit. He had you beat, but then he did not check X-Ray on the way down. And so he just finished a Suitless Meridia run. Which he did very well. He only had to redo Dragon once and got the RBO strats and everything. So, I mean, he did it very quickly, but he could have saved a lot of time just doing that X-ray check like you did.
Did he find, I guess, Space Jump, Spring Ball, Ice, Grapple, X-Ray?
He has Ice, X-Ray, Grapple, but not Space Jump. Space Jump was all the way at Spring Ball, and Spring Ball was in the sand pits, so he didn't find any of that.
Okay, where was Grapple? Where was Ice?
Ice was on the way out of Lower Norfair through the Namahe head. So that one you could have gotten very easily. Yeah, Firefly, sorry. And Grapple was at somewhere. Oh God, I'm sorry. Where was Grapple? High jump boots. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
High jump boots. It was somewhere right in the way. Like, I was a little surprised you didn't end up with it.
Well, I was in go mode by the time I hit Upper Norfair, and so I went to high jump boots to check the high jump E-tank location because I forget where the different items are in this. And I'm like, that's an E-tank. That should be a major. Totally isn't. That's the one that was put at right side supers. But I went to left side supers first in wrecked ship because I straight up forgot. I'm like, one of these supers is the one that you're supposed to check, and I haven't done one of these in so long. I got fairly lucky to finish on a good pace in this field. And
yeah,
I think I should be putting up a good score, because I think the top 4 are going to be what are used to assign pace, right?
So for this amount of runners, I didn't do a full count, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be at least the top 4. I don't know if it got the top 5. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, I think it's going to be top 4.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean you're going to be. I mean you're at the top of the top 4, so you're going to be in good shape.
Yeah. So. Looking at there's our 4th place pace time. So I'm looking at like a 54 pace against a 51 or a 53 pace against a 51. I'll take that any day. That's gonna be awesome
definitely.
for me.
No, you'll get a lot of points from this. I'm not doing the math, so I'll let someone else assign those to you. But yeah, you're going to be in good shape after this qualifier, and it was good choices really that kind of led you there. I mean. That early X-ray definitely in logic. So, I mean, did you remember that, or just was on the way down?
It was speed, high jump, Varia tanks, logic, and so I knew X-ray had come into logic with the finding of speed booster, and if I didn't want to count tanks, because I think it's 6 tanks without Varia, but then Varia was behind, and so it was definitely in logic.
Yeah,
and I didn't want to blow by majors, just because when you make a gamble like playing full wrecked ship, if there are things that are en route, and it ends up being like really, really easy for other runners, you can't afford too much extra path length, and you kind of just do need to find the things, I think.
Yeah, and it really, the difference between like you and Aussie here, who just finished, he just finished with the like you said, that 4th place time, going to be 58:44, so almost 4 minutes slower. They picked up the gravity suit first because they went down to high jump. They got basically they got grapple beam early, and then they did X-ray early. So with the way that the gravity suit's set up in the seed, they looked around a little bit, but then by that time they had enough tanks, both Aussie and Freya's, and they just did the sort of half hell run lower Norfair. So we got to see a little bit of everything from this one tonight, with Al doing suitless Meridia, and Freya's and Aussie doing suitless lower Norfair, and then you just kind of blazing through it on go mode from like 30 or 40 minute, 30, I don't know.
27 minutes if
27?
If you count the last power bomb pack in Kraid's Lair as relevant, which I was counting it. Yeah,
so it was really early go mode if you got the big brain plays out.
Once I hit on gravity, I was like, all right, this seed is lining up insane, and I took like a minority probability route, so I felt really good about my odds and just needed to push through.
Yeah, I know. I thought Al was going to have this one because he went meme route right into speed boost or gravity, but I got to check that X-ray location. And we do see Freya's on stream also finishing, it looks like, with an official SRL time of just 1 hour 36 seconds, just over an hour, but still an excellent run from them. I think I called out Aussie's time. In between, we did have Kip finish with 58:59, probably also baited by the gravity suit, I imagine. And Toasty finishing just over an hour as well, with an hour and 31 seconds. So we've got the top 7 players already finished here, and a few more still going. In case I didn't throw it out there real quick, I believe Zost actually did forfeit. Sounds like it was hardware issues, so he's going to have to run a few more qualifiers. And I believe Lumyun Jones also did forfeit. So those times will be, is it 3 hours or is it plus 15 minutes the last?
So they've got 2 more they can do, but Aussie and Freyas have joined, so GG's.
Oh yeah, GG's. Well run.
Maniacal, did you go up or down with Red Ship?
I totally went up. I got to Red Tower, and then like I stuttered for a bit, and I was like, "Nah, we're going up." And that was kind of.
Went up?
What's that?
Did Lexa also go up?
I don't know if Lexa went up. I have no information about Lexa's run. I can only assume so. I don't think there's a way.
Can I ask where the items were?
Speed Booster and the Varia suit were up in Rex Ship. The last 2 checks.
Yeah, it was Varia at Gravity, of course, and then Speed Booster to Varia. Or Speed Booster at Gravity, and then
Speed Booster at
Gravity, and then Speed Booster to Varia at the Reserve.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I think Wave Beam was where was Wave? I don't even remember. It was like E-Tank and Rex Ship or something.
Yeah, it was Rex Ship. E-Tank was Wave Beam.
Yeah, if you care about that one. But yeah, Speed Booster and Varia and Rex Ship.
Okay. Yeah, we figured. We didn't end up checking any of the items in the Rex Ship.
Yeah. I mean, no reason to at that point. So, but yeah, you and Freyas and Aussie, you both ran pretty much the same run. It was real close between you the whole time. But then Maniacal and Al ran the same run up until Al skipped the X-ray check on the way down from the Rex Ship, and then there were shenanigans.
What did Aussie do different than us to get so much of a better time? Is it just better execution in Lower Norfair?
There was some better execution there. Some of his farms were a little cleaner. I think your routes weren't exactly the same, so I think he did. He got to the Hell runs earlier, and I think he skipped a few checks on the way down there or something. I don't know. Maybe we could say.
Did you not? Did you end up checking check roll?
I did.
Yeah.
All the majors except for Rick Ship, I think. I did skip a bunch of minors as soon as I got that charged plasma.
Yeah. So yeah, we do see Al has finished on stream. Definitely GG to him for finishing out that Suitless Meridia run with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 1 second, and actually still coming in 8th place with that. So rounding out our top 10, Mass Hysteria has also finished in 9th place with a 1 hour 5:48. GG to everyone. And I think we are joined by Al as well. GG Al. Great run, showing off some Suitless Meridia.
Yeah. Where was Gravity?
X-ray. You should have checked it on the way down.
Yeah. I didn't know how many E-Tanks did I have at that time.
You had seen enough with E-Tanks and reserves. It was over 6.
I think I had 4 in a reserve, and I'd seen a reserve at Gauntlet that I'd reset out of.
Yeah, and Al saw it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think you picked them all up, but you had seen enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then after, so basically, if you and Maniacal, you were actually head of Maniacal up until Rex Ship, and then when he checked X-ray, he went full go mode, and you didn't.
Yeah, but
to be fair,
Beam go.
I had PBs go, actually. I had to get more things post Gravity. So I ended up checking the Kraid missiles, finding my 3rd power bomb pack, and then did a couple more checks. Did check Varia, and then when I hit Screw Attack at Kraid E-Tank, I said, okay, that's more than enough. Let's just go.
Yeah, so I feel like it was a very interesting seed, though. It did get us, 3 different routes on stream, and good race between Freyas and Aussie. And I mean, Maniacal finished close to some of the other runners in the top 3 there. Anybody else have comments on the seed or on the Dash randomizer?
This was our first time playing Dash, and it was a lot of fun knowing that Ellen Hill runs were possible.
Yeah, it's very interesting to have those, and you guys both executed them very well.
Yeah, Dash is a lot of fun. I was sure I was going to get bombs at Gravity and then not be able to bomb up to the Varia at Wreck Ship E-Tank or Wreck Ship Reserve because of the dash changes.
Yeah.
But then obviously got very, very lucky with speed instead being the thing that was there. But as I was riding the Torizo down, I was like, it's going to be bombs, and I'm going to tilt off the face of the planet when this Wreck Ship play doesn't pan out. And then the exact opposite happened, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That must have been a real adventure of a wreck ship.
Yeah. Oh, it was a ride, all right.
Yeah.
I went meme routes.
I went back up the climb. I was behind you in Wreck Ship. I also got a little stuck at Moat. I think I missed the CWJ indoor setup once or twice.
Same.
And like had to grab the missiles and go back. I don't know. It wasn't the finest. But I'm interested to see how this scoring system works out. It's the first time I'm doing a tournament with this sort of scoring for the qualifiers, and so I'll be interested just to see like how many 80s, 90s, 100 like type scores there are, and what the range looks like.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know specifically how you were going to score based on the times that came in. I'm not that good at math, but it seems like they're normalized versus like how fast you can complete the seed. So it seems like it'll balance it out a little bit more for randomizer than just like fastest times and different qualifiers and all of that. So, I mean, I think it'll probably work out. I know there were some big brain. It sounds like mathematicians working up the scoring system. So I think we'll see shortly. But you definitely collected a lot of points, and even the 58s in the 1 hour have picked up a good amount of points. So hopefully we'll see shortly.
Yeah, I think it looked like pace is going to be, if it's pace is 4, because that gap between third and fourth looks like pace will be like a 53 or 54 times. So
yeah,
58 in an hour, I think should fill out okay.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and there are so many qualifiers. Definitely, come back for some more qualifiers. I think there's 3 this weekend and 3 next weekend. So there's a lot of different seeds that we'll see, and it's a good way to kind of normalize versus the seed speed and all that.
Yeah, folks can do up to 3 of them. So I'm planning on trying to do the 2 tomorrow. I imagine, Aussie, you're probably going to do the 2 tomorrow as well, because the SMZ3 Envy next weekend, right?
I can't do the afternoon one, but I'll do the evening tomorrow.
So what you're saying is to expect the good players this weekend, so it's easier to get better times the next weekend?
Well, SMZ3 Envy next weekend is going to take up some people.
Galaxy Brain.
Yeah, so if you're looking to game which ones to reg for, I am going to plan on doing 3 this weekend, but I wouldn't try and dodge me. I think I'm pretty free. I just got lucky this time.
You say that after you just won. You beat Zost.
The power outage beat Zost. And that's so savage and sad. Based on how sad he seemed, I imagine he was ahead of me at that point.
Yeah, I didn't have his stream up, but his comments kind of lead me to believe the run was going well for him. So but I mean, even if there isn't like Zost and faster players in the seeds next week, the times will still. I mean, yeah, it would be easier to get a top time maybe, but they'll still be kind of counted for points based on the first however many. If there's 25 qualifying runners, then there'll still be a 5 player spread. So it may not be that easy to game it, but obviously
points is based on how many players are in the race?
So the fastest times that get averaged together are based on how many runners up to 25. So yeah, if there's a smaller qualifier too, I mean, you would have a little more of a advantage if you won.
Yeah,
okay, so this point system is really, really well made then.
Yeah, it sets pace with up to 5 players being averaged, which caps at 25. So 25 plus is 5, and it's every 6th player. So 1, 7, 13. Can I math? 19, 25. Adds one more person to what the top X times being averaged to establish pace, and then it's time ratio versus pace. Out of 100 points is sort of the pace normalization. It's a cool system. It basically means that all of the seeds are going to be on equal footing with regard to the score metric. It'll be interesting to see how the fields change, because I mean, like for this one, I don't know if like Sloters is planning on joining this tournament or not, but like obviously he didn't race tonight.
Yeah, Sloters is a very excellent rando racer. So
there's scary people, I imagine, in all 6 of these. So,
well, and do they play? You know, what kind of paced qualifier do they play in, or size? Because yeah, I mean, a smaller qualifier, they're going to set the pace, but if there's a larger qualifier, then more
Sloters is still going to set the pace in a larger qualifier. Let's
be honest. Not just his will be averaged out a little bit less. But yeah, so I think it sounds pretty interesting. It's hard to get your head around at first. I think for most people, it's going to be just sort of wait and see how many points you got, but feels like it's going to work pretty well. And at the end of the day, give us a good 24 for the tournament. Any other final thoughts? This seed tournament in general, any of that?
Nah, just thanks for having me into chat, and GG's to everyone, and hopefully I get lucky again, I guess. I have 2 more shots.
And that's the randomizer way.
It's just the first time we've done a major minor in maybe potentially years, and we'd forgotten just how well they flow, how fast-paced everything is. It's wonderful.
Yeah, definitely.
Can't remember the last time I did Suitless Meridia. I don't have to do it on the fly.
Well, you de-rusted it pretty quick. Just one reset at Dragon, right?
Yeah, it was like a straight up input or jump input, but I'll just say stupid stuff.
Yeah, well, thanks for that. I always appreciate the Suitless Meridia show.
Mm-hmm.
See anything?
No, not really.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining me, and thanks everyone in SpeedGaming. Definitely check out more of the qualifiers and the SpeedGaming Live once the tournament's in full swing.
Thank you so much.
And good night, everyone. See you next mission.